I'm too tall and you're too short. Hang on, let me move it a bit. Wait. Make your chin go, Mummy. Make your chins go away. Here, let me help. Put your head down. Stop. That's better. Hi everyone, it's Kerry and the Motherlode. If we had Ring here, we wouldn't have to hide our chins. Right. Well, she's got chins 2 and 3 and 4 and 5.
You can get your old chins down.
Yeah. I don't know if I can wear this. All right. Anyway, right, let's stop.
You haven't got chins. You can take it off.
What's that?
Yours looks daft. Mine looks normal now.
So I'm the only one that has chins. Can we share the scarf?
No.
Hi everyone, that's Kerry.
Hi, it's Mum.
Motherlode.
Anne.
Motherlode. Anyway, Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays to everybody out there.
Yes, indeed.
We thought we'd jump on and do a little bit of an update, a bit of a different viewpoint for us. Mum had to have a scarf on because she was worried about all her chins. I was worried about my chins, but I've decided I'm just going to let them hang out. Anyway, so we thought we'd do a little bit of a update or 2025 recap, and then we will share some things that Mum has been making recently. I did help a little bit, but Mum did most of it, and I'll tell you why in our update. But first of all, thank you everybody for your support throughout the year. Commenting on and liking our videos, it really does help.
It's been fantastic.
We need to encourage Mum to make a few more videos because you heard. I think everyone misses Mum's videos. I know I do, and I know Renee does because she can't pull the mickey out of my videos as easily as she can pull it out of Mum's. Anyway, so a little bit of a recap. My last video a couple of weeks ago now, I had mentioned that one of our cats had been really ill. He'd had a blockage. We'd had to take him in and get surgery. He seemed to be recovering well. Everything was going fine. And then all of a sudden he started vomiting again. And he just got sicker and sicker and sicker. And I took him back to the vet, and long story short, we had to take him to an emergency vet. They did an ultrasound and he had another blockage literally 3 weeks after the first blockage. So we were shattered because that meant another round of surgery. Anyway, he went through the surgery and they were able to remove the blockage again, which was fantastic. My bank account didn't think so. But we got him back. We got him healthy. We made... He beforehand he had a magnificent coat, very long hair, very poofy, very floofy. His tail was almost as wide as his body. But because both of the blockages were hairball related, we have made the decision to basically shave all of his hair, leaving it very short. At first I was afraid, I was petrified that he'd look... Sorry.
She's gone, folks. I'm sorry. It's all been too much.
It has been too much. It's a wonder I'm not in the loony bin if I'm honest. But anyway, we shaved him. I was worried that he was going to look ridiculous, but he actually
does. He looks so cute.
He does. He looks ridiculous, but he's absolutely adorable. He looks like a cross between.
Get him and shine.
He's asleep in the soup.
Well, he won't mind.
I'll go get him.
Yeah, it's been a traumatic few weeks. And she's not finished yet. We've got more catastrophes to tell. Here he comes. He is such a little darling. Did she wake you up?
No, he was actually awake. I thought he was asleep. Can you say hi? So he's very nude now. Come up this way. There you go. Is that better? He's still got his fur around his face. But the rest of him is very naked.
And this is
little
his
baldy
pointy
belly.
little tail.
Yeah, tiny tail. And his tail used to be like this magnificent
Big bush tail.
big bushy thing. You going to stay? Where you want to go? You want to say hi?
It's yourself you can see.
What's that?
But he feels like I don't know,
Suede bowling
suede
ball.
bowling ball. Yeah.
He feels like he's made out of velvet now. But he's back to playing with his brother and sister, which is fantastic. And touch wood, he's, not ingesting as much hair now that he's literally only got about 5 millimeters or a quarter of an inch of hair all over. But yeah, he's been snuggling up a little bit more at night, which is nice because it's been cold, surprisingly. But yes, so anyway, that was great. And then his sister, Willow, who is also a long-haired cat, she started developing some breathing issues, breathing very rapidly, and her belly was sort of going in and out, and she was coughing and whatnot. So I said, no, we've got to take her to the vet now. So, of course, this was Christmas Eve. All the vets were closed. We took her to the emergency vet. I think we left here about 6:30, was it?
Yeah, you were gone till 3:30 the next morning.
Yeah,
it was like 8 or 9 hours.
When you go to this emergency vet, they just have you come in and they assess you in terms of how severe your case is, and then they treat you based on, more urgent cases get seen more quickly. And as soon as we got there, they looked at her in the cage or in the carrier, and they actually took her straight away out the back to be assessed because her breathing was it was pretty distressing to watch, so it would have been more distressing for her. Took her away. They came out like 15 minutes later and they gave us a brief update saying that she was able to oxygenate on her own. They'd given her some supplemental oxygen just in case, but they were keeping a close eye on her. They were so busy in there. There were so many people. Obviously, animals ranging from, there was an animal that just looked like it had some kind of skin issue to people there was one couple who said, I think my dog's eaten a sock. And they took the dog in, and we overheard the lady, she came out about half an hour later, and she said, well, we've managed to locate the sock. So, it was great they were able to sort that out for them, poor things. But yeah, it was pretty chaotic there. We ended up waiting for ages and ages and ages, but I was actually, quite happy. They had her out the back and they kept saying to us, we've got eyes on her. If there's any issues, we'll let you know. And I knew that they were dealing with more critical cases, and that kind of, I felt bad for the more critical cases, but it gave me a little bit of peace to know that she was obviously stable enough for them to be able to leave her and work on other people's pets that were obviously struggling a little bit more. But anyway, so about 3:30 in the morning we finally got in. They've said it looks like it's cat asthma, so we're treating it as if it is, and then when her normal vet reopens early January, we'll get her x-rayed and make sure that that's what it is, nothing else sinister there. So yeah, cat dramas all round. However, Christmas morning was fabulous. We had Mum here, and because we'd been out so late at night, Mum had gotten up and she had prepared all the Christmas food. She'd done all the veggies, the stuffing, sorted out the turkey, literally everything. And I woke up to the smell of Mum cooking Christmas dinner, which was amazing. So
we got there in the end.
Yeah, it was mostly thanks to Mum. She did an amazing job. But the other thing that she did whilst we were off dealing with catastrophes was I let loose I said, use whatever you like from the stock, and she has made some amazing packs. So we will swap over to our other camera and show you those in just a sec. Is there anything else you want to talk about while we've got our ugly mugs on the screen?
Can't think of anything off the top of my head, but I'm sure it'll come to me while we're showing the latest stock. But once again, I want to thank everybody for all your support and your comments and everything like that. I'm hoping to get back into making some videos. I'm sorry I've been a bit lax, but I had other pressing things to do before I came up here. But I've got a list of a few videos that I want to make in the new year. So hopefully once I get back home and get organised, I'll start doing them again. But thank you anyway. So shall we show some of the newer things?
Yep, I think we'll switch over to the other camera so you can look at our hands, which are far more attractive. and we'll show you some of the new things that Mum's made. All right, so I've turned the camera around now so that we can show you some of the things that Mum's made. I do apologise for the glare, but these are going to be just a quick flick through of some of the things that Mum's made for the shop and for our Boxing Day sale. So these are lovely fabric inspiration packs. They've got several different pieces of fabric, some embroidered trim and buttons and bits and pieces to inspire you. And she's made all sorts of different combinations and flavours of those. So something pink there, very vintage one here with small flowers and buttons, and a blue one here with a gentleman. Lovely teal flavoured one with this big beautiful bow. Some flowers in this one. And this one's absolutely gorgeous with the fairy and the mushrooms in sort of dusty pink tones. But she's literally made, I don't know, probably 40 of these packs. So there's lots and lots to choose from. And we've restocked the mini inspiration packs. These never last very long in the shop, and they've normally got a napkin or some kind of paper item in the background, could be an invoice or something, and then a handmade piece and some other bits and pieces usually. So this one's got a handmade bobbin with some lace and one of Mum's fabric samplers. This one's got handmade items, some bows, and then some ephemera pieces, and also a napkin. And this one's a bit more vintage themed as well. There's a handmade vintage piece in the background, some little images, and another one of Mum's fabric samplers. And then this one's got a fabric sampler that's got some vintage pages or vintage papers clipped to it, some lace, and some more ephemera in the background with another napkin. So there's lots and lots of those. We also made up some of the charm packs. So these have got like a charm on some fabric. There's a few different ones of those. A bee themed one, and then there's several vintagey sort of themed ones with people. So there's a bunch of those available in the shop as well. When the pussycat first got sick and I knew I was going to have to be able to fund his surgeries, I relented and finally pulled apart this French ledger that I'd been holding on to for forever. So there are a few of these pages left in the shop. And then these are some of Mum's creations as well. Some lovely grungy fabric pieces. Some of her wire words. These were super popular when she made these last time. And then we've got a handmade, I think there's a couple of handmade pieces in there and some buttons. And then there's an invoice in the back, keeping that all together. And there's a few different ones of those. Obviously, they're all unique because of the handmade pieces inside. And that just gives you a bit of a look at those. And finally, Mum has also made some fabulous grungy journals. How cool is that cover? I won't open these because they are already sealed, but there are photos of these and what's inside them on the website. So there's those as well. And lastly, I just wanted to thank everybody. When Rubius was really sick and we paid for the first surgery, it was kind of expensive, but then when we had to pay for his second surgery, it was a lot more expensive. I think we spent over $12,000 trying to solve his problem, but I would do it in a heartbeat because we love him and he's part of our family. However, it did leave us very short for Christmas. I did pop up a GoFundMe, and I want to take a moment to just thank you all so much for helping by either sharing and donating to make a difference and help Rubius recover and help us recover from, having to pay for it all. It did really highlight to me how sad it is that sometimes your pet's life literally depends on how deep your pockets are. And that was a little bit heartbreaking, but it also made me realize how lucky we are in Australia, because for humans, if you need medical treatment here in Australia, you can rock up to any hospital without a cent in your pocket and they will perform whatever medical things are necessary to
get you through whatever you're suffering from, and you walk out of that hospital without having to pay a cent. So we are very blessed here in Australia. Mum recently, when she had her gallbladder surgery, that was emergency. She'd actually had the gallbladder issue ongoing for a while, so she went ahead and got health insurance so that, you know, she could go to a private hospital and all of that sort of stuff. But when it became emergent, she rocked up at the public hospital, and our public hospital systems, you know, a lot of people whinge about it, but really the care is fantastic when you need something done and you need it done fast. Like, they took Mum in, they took it out, and within 48 hours she was on the road to recovery, which was amazing for me and Renee to not have to stress about it, and, you know, how are we going to be able to pay for it and all of that sort of stuff. It just wasn't a part of the equation. So but yeah, thank you very much for those of you that have helped by sharing and donating. And if you do want any craft supplies, pop over to our store. We do have up to 50% off. But yeah, for our Boxing Day sale, up to 50% off store wide up until the 31st of December. Unfortunately, we still cannot ship to the US for physical product, but we are selling digitals, obviously, worldwide, and physical products are available to selected countries internationally. Did you want to have anything, Mum? Do you have anything
I
to
think
add?
you've covered everything. Yes, just very grateful for being here and being looked after, and for all the help you've given Kerry and her pets and her family and all of us throughout the year. So Happy New Year to all of you.
Yes, bring on 2026. Hopefully it'll be a less stressful one for us all.
Let's hope.
All right. Well, thank you all. Have a very happy and safe new year if we don't speak to you beforehand. And we will hopefully catch you all early in 2026.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.